Good afternoon, good afternoon again, folks. Goodness. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do the usual disclaimers, if you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. Excuse me. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused. You know the drill. Please read the article. Share on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, just in case the JRC actually sees through with their threat. All right, folks. Trigger warning one. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones. Trigger warning two. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised. Now, let me take my allergy meds because holy crap. All right, so where we left off. Response. The FDA has reason to doubt that pharmacological and positive behavioral treatment options were adequately attempted for the individuals on whom ESDs have been used at JRC based on available data and information from JRC. Oh, damn. Shots fired. That was not subtle shade. That was not subtle shade that time. That is saying, we don't believe you, JRC. Because we know, going over your so called treatment program, that no proper full functional behavioral assessment was ever done on any of those kids before being shipped off to this place, like it's done, literally everywhere else. We know those kids, they get shoved to JRC from their school. The basic school ABA didn't work. And just so you know, that's not trying everything. Not to mention, I know for a fact, you want to know the pills that are pushed the most in school? Ritalin and Adderall. I know. I was on both Ritalin and later on Adderall at ever increasing doses all the time. And that's why, kids, I have issues like muscle spasms, but that's another subject, okay? These are not the particular type of drugs that one recommends for autistic people. I will say that I probably wouldn't have gotten through high school without them, but yeah, those are not going to work for everyone. And trying them as I got past my 30s, they don't work for my ass at all. I have other meds, thankfully, that are not filled with methamphetamine. Okay? That's not trying everything, doping them up to the gills, as they say. Nobody's actually really doing that anymore. But you can only go so far with pharmacological means if you're not properly discussing each medication with your doctor. Okay? God, why that even has to be said. And the fact that the FDA can say this based off of the data that they have obtained from the JRC themselves is very telling, isn't it? They're telling the JRC, no, you're sticking carrot routine through your bastardized version of positive behavioral reinforcement. Actually, I don't even know what the hell that is, but it does not fall in any official capacity under the umbrella of positive behavioral supports. That's for damn sure. It is back to the before the 90s corporal punishment model. You know what that was like, right? Gen X, we got our allowance. If we did bad, we got spanked, usually by belts. How did that work out in curbing our more crazy behaviors? Yeah, about that, right? About that. The FDA is saying that going through your school program and then doing their bastardized stick and carrot routine for a week is not trying everything. And they're damn right. Damn right. Let's move forward, shall we? JRC submitted resident summaries to FDA for 68 individuals at JRC in 2016 on whom ESDs have been used. Of those 68 summaries, only 13% indicate a formal functional assessment was conducted by the JRC. Yes! Preach! Preach, goodness. And the summaries indicate that 5 other individuals underwent prior assessments at other facilities. JRC also submitted related case conference reports to FDA for 54 of those 68 individuals. Those reports indicate that only 19 individuals, 35% of 54, 28% of 68, had either passed or ongoing functional assessments. Thank you. You don't just do a full functional behavioral assessment once. As you improve in some areas, maybe you get worse in others, or maybe you drop back in one area, it evolves to where you are keeping on with that assessment so that you can make sure from the information collected from it that the treatment program you're on is still working for you, or if it needs to be supplemented, or maybe we need to start trying something else, right? Exactly. Therefore, based on the available data and information, only a fraction of the individuals at JRC subject to ESDs appear to have undergone functional behavioral assessment. Think about that, folks. Think about that. That's what I've been talking about here. Those assessments are vital. Vital. Because that is what you use to inform your decision on what type of treatment programs may or may not work. If you don't have that assessment done, you're flying blind. So, of course, if you throw your kid into this and throw your kid into that, it's not going to work because it's based on error. Okay? So, you cannot sit there and tell me, well, we've tried everything when the fundamental groundwork that should have been laid down has not been laid down at all. Now, using the JRC's all data is all fair and good, but we already know that their form of the full functional behavioral assessment, as we have reviewed it on this channel, is simply a sheet of paper where they're trying to find out how much terror they can induce into those kids. Yeah, I read that, JRC. Come sue my ass, please. I'm bored. All right, folks. Before I get myself to any more trouble, I know this one is short, but we're going to go ahead and close out. We don't get very many views on this channel, and the few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So you know the drill. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, Don't forget to hit those comments. I appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.